welcome to another episode of R.O.V. My name is Roberto.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Jose.
I'm Jessica.
Ariana.
I'm Miguel.
I'm Andrew.
And this is our group, guys.
Welcome.
Hey!
Grateful.
So on the topic of being grateful, the next question is going to be, what was something that happened or something significant that happened in your life in 2019?
So for me, I feel like this is super personal, but like I feel like I was in a relationship before, and I think it was like super toxic, and it wasn't good for me. And I feel like this year like taught me a lot to like start trusting myself and just like be independent and like take care of like what I want to do and not for someone else's dreams. It's just like this time it's just for me, and that's what I feel like I learned this year. And I'm glad that I learned it, because it's like for a lot of time I feel like I wasn't living for myself and doing what I wanted to do, and I was doing it for like someone else. And like YouTube, I wanted to start YouTube, and that's one of the things that I wanted to start, and it like took me a long time to do it. That finally when this happened, I believed in myself, and I was like, all right, I gotta do it because nobody else is gonna do it for me. I gotta do it for myself.
Yes.
The entrepreneur talk. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go.
Hey.
So, but yeah, I think that's something that I learned. Like I feel like I learned like as a person, and like spiritually again, I started believing in myself and just feeling like a lot better about like life, and just like, all right, like I feel like I can say that I'm like 100% happier than I was before.
I'm so glad.
Now, Alyssa, what was something significant that happened to you in 2019?
In 2019,
Did you hear that too? I'm sorry, you
Somebody
had
farted?
to.
It's honestly was like tentacles or something like that.
It's the phone.
Squidward.
but in 2019, I would definitely say that there's been multiple changes throughout my life. Just in like within this 1 year, I feel like I experienced like 3 years in one. It was crazy. Like I think at the beginning of the year, I actually moved out of my mom's place and I moved in with my dad, and he was someone that I didn't live with for like a really long time. Like I don't really see him as often besides like the weekends or like family events. And then the other significant thing that happened would be breaking up with my ex too.
It's gonna be an X video here in a bit.
Yeah.
Go at it, bro.
And I feel like I've learned so much from that relationship, and I learned so much coming out of the relationship. And both events in my life where I broke up with my ex and moved out of my mom's place, it's helped me learn so much more about myself, and helped me learn that like, hey, it's okay to take care of myself first instead of everybody else around me. It's okay to care for myself and be a little bit selfish once in a while. Like, I shouldn't feel bad for taking care of myself, because the person that matters most is myself too,
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
I feel like that's like this is kind of psycho, but I feel like that's like very healthy, like for you guys' relationship, because like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
you both understand, like you guys are on the same like boat, and it's like,
Growth.
yeah, you see what I'm
Growing.
saying? It's like super healthy.
You're growing
but
together for
I'm happy for you guys though. Like, seriously, that's good. That's good.
But
That's
that's
good. You
always
have that
like,
mutual
I feel-
understanding, bro.
I think that's
Are
like
you
one of the
guys
things.
are you
that-
guys dating? Sorry.
Yes.
So like this is why like I just think, well, this is what all I know, you know, but like I actually like I have props to you guys, because it's really hard to like get out of something else and go into something new to a completely different person, because you're so used to someone else, you know. But if
She
you
went
guys,
out with him for like 7 years.
I think. Yeah.
So
Since I was
you-
in middle school, so that's all I
fucking
knew.
crazy, first of
Yeah.
all. Second of all, like it's crazy that you can grow with someone, and like that's completely different than like, you know, them holding you back and like not being able to be truly yourself. And if you guys can be true to each other and true to yourselves, then that's all that matters in a relationship.
What I also feel though is like, I feel like, yes, you should help each other grow together, but you should each grow. You know, you're like
course.
one's whole and another's whole. I don't think it should be 50-50. I should think it would be 100-100, but you guys are helping each other.
And that's
go
like
up there.
me and Alyssa, we talk about it all the time. It's like, okay, like we have to keep each other accountable. Like she has her stuff that she has to work on, and I have my stuff
of
to work on. And
course.
it's like, if they're not working on it, we let each other know. Like, hey, you need to start working on this. Like, this is not okay. Like, you need to
That's
start
really
working
good
on
for you
stuff.
guys. That's really good. You guys
Yeah.
keep each other on their
Relationship
feet.
goals.
Yeah.
Let's all head out, guys. Now.
We need to find some love. Let's go to X Stadium. Where the real love is at.
I love that.
Stadium, if you guys want to sponsor us, here we are.
Exactly, bro. We'd be there.
Now, Jose, what was something significant that happened to you?
Something very significant, man. I gotta say, it was definitely being baptized.
Okay.
I gotta
I'm
say.
very proud of you for that.
I gotta say.
I really am. I'm very proud of you for that.
Thank you. I gotta say, it changed my
That's
beliefs.
why you don't take shots, bro.
You know, I don't feel like it definitely like changed me like, you know, from one day to the other, but it's definitely changed me as the person I am day by day, because, you know, I made a like a commitment to church, and, you know, I've been definitely like feeling the change, and I've been leading kids who have been feeling lost, and it's just amazing. It's an amazing feeling, because I feel like I was in their shoes, and I feel like if I had someone to lead me at that age, I would have been way different. Like I would have been on top of my shit. Like I would have been like, you know, a better person. I wouldn't have done the mistakes that I did, and, you know, just leading them and showing them that, you know, you're not alone and nobody's alone is just amazing. Cause
Hey, bro.
you know,
I respect that, bro. Remember the Limerick days, bro? How was he get down?
Oh,
I want you to know. I'm, like, when you said that, bro, I'm like, damn. But
Yeah.
the thing is that at the end of the day, like, you learn, and then now you want to teach somebody else about
Exactly,
it. Yeah, bro.
you know,
And
it's
I hear, and you know, like, I'm fucking proud of you for that.
thanks, bro. Thanks. Like, don't do something that I already went through. So let me.
You
show
made me
you.
cry, bro.
So honestly, yeah, that was very significant, and I'm hoping to, you know, just better myself as an individual, and you know, hopefully I start, you know, showing a better influence to younger people.
I
And
like that.
Yeah.
So that's so
In general.
like tell me if this is kind of like correct me if I'm wrong, but like, is this kind of something that you're passionate about, like helping like the younger folks?
Yeah. I mean, I like it hasn't been too long since I started, but I've helped a couple kids, you know, just
Like
by advising
High school?
them.
High
Yeah,
school
yeah,
kids?
yeah, high school. Like seeing that difference, it's just like it just gives you like
Yeah.
it gives you
That warm
the shivers.
feeling.
Yeah, it gives you
Yeah.
goosebumps. You know, 'cause it's like it's not like pride, but it's like, man,
You
like I
gave
did
back to
that.
the world.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Bro,
like it's just a different feeling.
yeah, bro. I'm thinking about like,
Oh.
damn, but if we had something like that back in high school, bro, we'd be like,
Yeah, bro. If we had a leader like that, bro.
in high school, bro.
You know, I just wish I had that person when I was younger. But
Yeah.
Same, but you know what? We're here to teach,
yeah.
and we gotta take that and accept it and become better than we were.
Yeah.
The way that I see it is like, I want to be that person that I wish I would have like had at that point, and that's like something that you're working on. It's like you're doing like you're helping them out. It's like I wish somebody would have been there, and you're being that person for them.
Yeah. So which is props to you. Props to you.
Because
Thank you.
it shows that like you actually like care, you know, like the look here, you go, Baptist.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Jessica, what was something significant that happened to you in 2019?
I mentioned this earlier. I think it was moving out of my parents' house. It was very hard because, well, in a Hispanic heritage, we call this kind of like machistas. My dad, I feel, is very like that.
Wait.
Manly.
He doesn't know what it is. What, can you explain what a machita is?
Like this, the man of the house.
I feel like, yeah.
Girl
So
cooks,
he
girl
he
works.
feels like he's the man of the house. My mom cannot work. My mom is there to clean.
Yeah,
My mom is there to
Okay.
take care of children.
Gotcha. Makes
So
sense.
he was very upset because, yeah, we all have loans, we all have like debts to pay, you know. Yeah, I'm not done paying all of that, but I know I can do it. And he feels like he's always right, and he would tell me, "You're not gonna make it." I just feel like
Your dad?
I told my dad like
That's some
I
deep
told my dad, I feel like I'm always going to be a disappointment for you. I feel like I'm never gonna be enough for you.
Can I tell you something? I feel like you should like take that, think about it, and take it as motivation. Show
And she
him.
did.
Exactly.
Show
Right
him.
here.
Shit, bro.
Right now,
Show him
she's
that
living
you
it
can.
good.
No.
Show him that you can. Like
Of course.
it'll leave him speechless,
We're 4 months
and
in.
you will only prove yourself that you are capable of doing things that you know you are capable of.
Mhm.
You know,
And
and
that's
that's why you're here. And,
yeah, exactly.
and we're proud of you. So,
And that's
good
what
job.
I'm
Yes,
show like.
we're so proud of her.
It's not. I'm not just doing it for him. I'm doing it for myself
Exactly.
to grow.
Yeah, yeah.
But literally, I just feel like I don't know. I don't know where I'd be without my mom.
But
But yeah, it's,
she's still here. Her mom is
Exactly.
still here.
it's tough seeing your mom like even just cry, saying like I'm sorry, like I couldn't be there for you. She feels like now at a point where she's now older, she's like I can't do much for you guys. Like I'm at my 40s, like so she feels dependent on him because he never really let her go for what she wanted. He's at home. He can go out. Yes, she's out getting groceries or something, and he's like, "Where are you at?
Bro.
What are you doing?"
Please,
I don't relate
Yeah.
to this so much.
I don't think that's okay.
You know what's
It's
her,
not.
You know, you're her only hope because you're learning your own way.
Bro, yeah,
You're
you're
taking your own
breaking the
steps.
cycle.
In a way, you're kind of being your mom's hero. Like what she couldn't be, you're showing her.
And that's
this
what I'm
way
doing.
couldn't.
And,
That's
like-
what I'm doing. I'm doing it me.
and you
I'm
should
doing
be
it
really
like
proud of yourself.
for her. She's a big part of why I'm doing this.
Yes. You should be
So
really proud of yourself that you're doing
Yeah.
this.
like
And like it not only like makes you grow as a person, but you're also like making your mother happy, you know? Because obviously I don't think she wants you to be in the place that she is in. No one does.
yeah.
It's too traditional, guys. It's too traditional. There's no traditional anymore. Like I feel like we're so modern now. Like modern thinking, modern ways, like of course there's still the basics of traditional, but those change as
Well,
well.
like let's say like Hispanic, because Hispanic culture is like that, and it's like very machista in the way.
Yeah.
Like Miguel and you, Jose, and like myself, like how do you guys feel about that? Like do you guys feel the same way? Like you're like, oh no, the girls like are supposed to stay home and you're supposed to do this, or like has that changed?
That's hella Asian too.
so, like,
Really?
That's hella Asian.
So like
It
for
is.
me, my dad's really cool. He's like the nicest dude I know, and he's nothing like that. So always like, you're gonna cook for yourself.
That's good.
You pick up your plate, you know, you do all that. You do laundry yourself, you know, because he says that marriage is like a teamwork, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's
really
good.
cool.
That's
American.
he's smart, bro. Like,
Yeah.
is he,
Yeah,
is he American? Is he on 2020 already? Like, goddamn.
So ever since I remember, I didn't grow up in a house like that,
Okay.
you know. So I pick up my stuff, I cook
That's
myself.
cool.
You know, everybody cooks.
That's
Everybody
really
puts in their
good.
stuff together, you know. So
That's
I
really
never
good.
grew up in
Whereas
that.
in my dad wants his food set at a specific time, a beer on the side.
Damn.
Yeah, like as soon
He'd
as
be
you're
like,
sitting down.
exactly. He sits there. Where's my food?
That's why my mom and my dad are not together anymore, guys.
Oh my god.
Shit. Because of that shit, my mom is just like tired of that. Like,
So now,
obviously, I don't
guess-
blame my dad.
Right.
It's just like a traditional way of thinking that they're enforced when they're
Yeah.
young,
Yeah.
and like you should
My
never
dad's the
blame that
opposite.
person. But it's not like for me, it's not right. For her, it's not right. Maybe for you it might be right. You know, we all have different opinions, different ways of thinking, and that's fine. You can come to acceptance to that. You know, like we don't have to think the same way, and that's fine. But it's just like for me, it's not right. Like I'm not gonna do that in my future.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna be like that. I'm not gonna be the person that's at home making like doing the dishes, having your food ready at 6 p.m. Hell no. Like I'm gonna be working my ass off for what I want. You
And
know,
I've
like, I'm
met
gonna
your
be doing
mom,
shit.
and she's a very like.
Yeah,
She's
so
a very
she's
nice
very
person,
sweet.
and she's very sweet, and I feel like, well, like I'm proud.
I
She's a strong
Yeah,
woman
yeah,
for like
exactly.
leaving that.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
I feel like chinitos are very related to that, though, huh?
And low-key, like low-key.
Look, okay, let's go in order though. Like now, do you feel like are you still thinking that way, or do you completely
Well,
think completely different than what your parents?
Okay, so I'm kind of like in the middle, in between them.
Mhm.
So my parents are kind of going through a breakup right now.
Mhm.
I don't talk about this a lot, but my parents are, you know, dealing with their whatever problems, and
Yeah.
I see what she's talking about a lot. My dad is very, you know, he expects his dinner at, you know, whatever time, and he gets off of work at whatever time, and it's late, and you know, I understand his part because he's tired and he just needs somebody there for him, you know, like after
But
a
you
long
can
day.
also sympathize with your mom because
Of course.
it's like
Of
your
course.
mom shouldn't be the
Of
one to
course.
do this all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
It gets
so,
tiring, you know?
Yeah, it gets tiring.
You
It
sometimes
gets
want it for
exhausting.
yourself
Like
too.
exactly, yeah. So I'm kind of like,
I mean, you should never take sides. I've done that, been there, done that. Like,
yeah.
I'm just right now at this moment.
I'm
like,
not taking sides at this point. What I'm trying to say is, whatever makes a person individually happy
Yes.
is what you should do.
Yeah.
Because if you're not happy and if you're just, you know, pouring, think about it like this: like you have a cup, right, and it's full of water,
I like that.
and you're trying to pour it into something that, you know,
Does it make
does-
like oil?
doesn't what? What I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is
Water
like.
doesn't mix with oil. I don't know if you're going for that reference.
No,
Like,
I'm
sorry.
not. I'm not. We're not talking about oil.
Bush oil?
To clarify, we're not talking about
There's two
oil.
separate
Oil
issues
was never
between
involved
oil
in this
and water.
conversation.
Sorry.
What I'm saying
I'm
is,
sorry.
You all seen that
think
thing.
about water like happiness, right? If you're trying to pour into somebody else's cup, you have to have water in your cup to be able to pour into somebody else's cup. If you don't have what it takes to make somebody else happy, how are you going to make them happy? You have to be able to be happy as an individual to make somebody else happy.
Yeah.
It's like when you like, for example, you guys are like healthy right now, like you guys were talking,
Yeah.
like you guys, you know,
Are pouring each other healthy.
are pouring each other's, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys are
Because
pouring
pouring
each
each
other's
other
cup.
healthy,
It's like
things
pouring
in each
water
cup.
Yeah,
to a
it's-
plant.
Like Will Smith said, like,
Oh, I know this
You-
quote.
you-
I know this quote. Go.
you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah, I do know what you're
yeah,
talking about.
like,
You said
okay. Basically, you have to be happy as an individual and bring that happiness together as
Yeah.
one. You
Yes.
can't
I know
you
what
can't
you're
depend on
saying.
yes.
You have to be happy first before
Yes.
you can bring that happiness to other
Another
people.
Yes.
person.
Like my family, I also have like the same issue because I care a lot about my mom, but I didn't get along with my dad when I was like little, and my mom like kind of taught me to like actually care about like my dad because like I had so many issues with the way that he does things, and like the same way like they expect the food, and it's like, where are you at right now? And it's like my mom like had to ask for like permission. It's like, hey, can I go with my aunt and stuff like that. And that's like
Yeah.
kind of weird to me because it's like, oh no, you should be able to make those decisions by yourself
By
and
yourself. Yeah,
go through
exactly.
that. But I think that's like going, I feel like for all of us so far, I feel like that helps us in our relationships and be like, hey, we need to do like half and half. Like it has to be like kind of like they do their own thing, they have to have their own time. And that's something that I talked with the list is like, you need your alone time, I need my alone time. And it's like, we can have our time together as well, but if you're not fine, then I can't expect you to like.
Yes.
Cut the
And at the end of the
it's a
day,
new beginning.
Yup,
Yeah.
the cycle,
It's a
guys.
new generation.
Yeah.
you
It's
know?
a new generation.
and we're learning from our parents. We're learning from what they did. We don't want to see ourselves suffer like that. We don't want to see our children suffer through that either. You know.
I'm not saying my dad's a bad person either because he's helped us so much. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I've gone through a lot, you know. He's
No,
not
no, exactly.
He's
Like, we
been there
never
for
wanna say
me
that.
like no one
Yeah.
else. Like
I do.
that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. But it's just not like it's not right. Like it's just like
Exactly.
for us. in our
We still
eyes,
care
it's
about our parents.
Yes,
it's
we
just,
care
We
about
love
our
our parents.
But
It's
there's
just
a way to protect your children without having.
And there is right
you
and
know,
there is wrong in
wrong.
our eyes.
doesn't mean we don't love them. We still
Exactly.
care about them,
We
even
still
though
love
we
them.
don't agree with their decisions. Like
Exactly.
completely.
I love both my
Cut.
parents.
You know, so thanks.
Good talk. Good talk.
Yeah, that was a very good conversation, guys. Now, Ariana, what was something significant that happened to you in 2019?
I'm getting a roommate.
I got the best roommate on earth.
Other than
I was blessed.
getting the best roommate ever. Honestly, I just feel like there was many things significant in my life. But mostly just kind of come to an acceptance that just it's okay to need help. You know, it's okay to like feel sad and like seek for help. I feel like this year, like because I've always been really hard-headed and been really like, no, like cut the bullshit, Ariana, like you can do this, like you cannot feel this way because you're gonna slag off, like you can't feel sad because you know you're just gonna be off track. Like being sad really holds me back, and like it's not.
You know what it sounded like? You know that? Is it Sprite or what is it?
Okay.
Proceed.
So, just like that, it's okay to be sad. You know, like it's okay to seek for help. This year, like, really taught me that, like, shit happens to everyone. I really thought that nothing bad would happen to me because I've been such a good person. I've been such a good girlfriend. I've been such a good, like, friend, like, anything. I've been such a good, like, role model in my entire life that I didn't think that bad shit would happen to me, but psych. Like, that shit will come at you like never before.
Yes.
Unexpected, and it's okay. Like, you know, it happens to everyone, but I just didn't think that it was okay to feel the feelings that I felt. being sad. I didn't think that I could talk to anyone. I didn't think that I could be sad in front of everybody because I didn't want to put anybody else down. And I just didn't believe in like psychologists. I didn't believe in like anyone that would help me. And like this year, just significantly in general, like I just I understood the whole concept of talking and like actually expressing myself and expressing what I felt, and having someone telling me that it is okay to feel this way because of these circumstances, and not feeling bad for them, you know, not feeling bad for feeling the feelings that I felt. And like I feel like it was very significant in my life because it made me actually like truly accept and like realize that, you know, people need help and people need to talk about it.
What do you think it was like? Was it your mindset, or was it someone like they didn't let you express
so
yourself?
my mindset.
And actually, I don't know if you like mind me telling this. When she was going through that hard time, she was here and she was just like acting so sharp. I could tell something was wrong, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I don't really cry in front of others. Like, things don't really happen to me." And I was just like, "Ariana, if you ever need a shoulder to cry on, like I'm right here. Go ahead right now. Like, tell me what's up. Like, cry right now.
Exactly.
Let
but
it
no
all
one
out."
really takes that seriously. You know, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I have this shoulder to cry on." Like, thanks, you know. But in reality, when you actually need that shoulder, like it means so much, because once you express whatever you have deeply in yourself and you let whatever feelings you have in, you feel so much better in your decisions. I feel like I learned that in the hard way, but I still learned that like in general. Like I learned that I have people that actually want to help.
Sometimes you don't even need to speak. Sometimes you just need to let it cry out.
Yeah.
And all like you know, you just need a hug, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's like,
I think for men it might be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like
think so?
I feel like it is, but at the same
because
time,
I don't
you should be able to just.
If you need some shots, Chino, I'll be
It's
here.
drink about
It's
it,
okay
whine
to
about it,
cry.
some
That's
tequila
it.
about it.
He said,
no.
What?
You know you want to cry. I feel like some men want to act so tough. Man, it's okay for some guys to let it out.
Alright.
It's
No?
okay for
Can
guys
I
to
go
express
outside?
It's okay for
themselves,
anyone to let it out.
to
Can I
cry,
say
for
something?
them to
Can I-
say what's on their mind.
Exactly.
But
Don't
Right, but I feel
let's
like
face
like
it, guys
as
are
a-
so much like
as a
they're
man,
just like
it's harder to
feelings,
do that
like,
though. Like I don't know if
a
Miguel,
lot of
Jose,
that.
and
Like the
Roberto could
majority of
relate.
guys. That's
No,
what
I could
Because
relate.
like, but as a guy, you're not gonna be like, oh,
Yeah, I
bro,
could- I
I'm
could-
like
I've
best
never-
friend, bro. I'm sad, bro.
No, I could.
Yeah.
No,
I've seen
Chino,
it.
Chino.
I've seen it
No,
before.
but
No, I
there, I
could-
feel
But
like
it's
Miguel
rare.
maybe has seen me before.
No, yeah, I've seen
He's
him
seen it
before.
like, and I don't, because at the end
Right,
of the day,
right.
That's
that's
really
who I
good
am.
of you though.
And, like,
That's good of you.
People should be able to
No,
just
I
express
feel
it.
like
Not everyone
I
thinks
feel like
that way.
I feel like, you know, at that point everybody hits rock bottom. I don't give a f- what nobody says. Everybody
Of
hits
course.
rock bottom to the point where you feel like nobody like is there for you. And you know, when you get that person that's actually there for you, it's significant. It's actually significant.
You rather cry on the porch or on the bus?
Huh?
You rather cry on the porch.
Dang, bro. Why you got?
He said, let me go cry on the porch real quick. That's the only
why you
place he
gotta-
feels safe.
Sorry,
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'd rather cry and let it out to somebody and then be okay rather than, you know, cry alone.
Right.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
you,
true.
bro.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, I do rather cry in a Porsche. I'm not gonna.
Who wouldn't mind crying in the mother
Just
porch?
saying, like, actually, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on.
Chino.
I want to hear your guys' opinion on this though.
It depends.
So, this is a serious question.
Bro,
I want
honestly,
one
bro,
sentence from you, one sentence from you, one
honestly,
sentence from
I
you.
think when you're
All right.
bro,
Okay.
Steve,
Yes. So,
Chino, choose.
so one time. So, do you think money could buy you
no,
happiness?
bro, I can pull it up, bro. Steve Jobs said it best.
Okay,
Bro.
let's. I respect him. Let me hear it.
You want to hear it?
No,
Alright,
let me
bro.
hear it in the.
I don't have it about
just
memorized,
freestyle.
but I just.
Okay, we'll come back to him.
I'll come back to you, bro.
You
Ariana,
said no. I
do-
do not think that it buys actual inner happiness, but it can buy something that can bring that person happiness.
Exactly.
Right, that's true. I like that one.
I
And
think
that's
that
just that.
temporary happiness. Like you can go here, you can go there, you can buy this and that, but at the end of the day,
It's
you're
not
still
everything.
you might still feel the same way that you've been feeling.
Mhm.
You know.
Okay.
So I feel temporary happiness, yes it can.
It does. Yeah.
Okay. I think that money can bring you happiness. I don't. What nobody says.
No, I 100% agree with you. Agree with you with that because the thing is like with making money, bro. Like it's like because the thing with making money, bro, you're overcoming problems after
Yeah.
problem after problems. Right? So
Yes.
it's like, so that's how I feel.
That's like climbing
This is-
rattlesnakes,
hey,
bro. Have
hey,
you ever been
fucking-
to rattlesnake?
Hey,
We should go to Rattlesnake.
If you live in
You
Washington,
know
I'm
what's
sure you
even
have.
better though?
Google
A
Point.
typical hike is Granite Mountain or Bandera Mountain.
Poo-poo?
Those-
Have
I
you been
haven't
to
been
Oh, I
to
haven't
Google
been to
Point.
Google
Google
Yeah,
Point
man.
is hella
Wait.
steep.
So Alyssa,
Sorry.
money. Does it buy you happiness?
I don't think that money can buy you long-term
I
happiness.
respect that. I respect that.
Because long-term happiness depends on your mindset
Mhm.
inside of yourself and
I
what
agree
you're
with you.
grateful for. It depends on what you're looking at and how you put things into perspective. Like, yes, money is necessary for us to live and to give us food and everything that shelter and
Right.
take care of other people.
Right.
But it's not going to give us long-term happiness and what we feel inside, like deep inside.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow.
Yes.
Agree.
I love it.
For me, I don't think money does buy happiness. I think it gives you flexibility to do what you want to do in life, and it's like if you want to travel, it lets you like, oh, I'm happy because of this. But if you don't have like someone that you like, let's say that money, because a lot of people come like when you have money, you have a lot of people that are fake around you. So I'd rather have someone that's real than not have money.
We talked about this too.
I think me and Alyssa have like talked about it before.
Conversation.
Yeah. So me and Alyssa have talked about it, and like when we were little, we were both like we didn't care about money. Like
We
I
actually
honestly,
hated money.
yeah, like I was like money. I don't like it anything about money. Like I never liked money like that. But as an adult, you know that you have to get that money. But I don't think it buys happiness. Like Alyssa said, it's like the happiness is inside you. Like a guy said, it's like he wore like his Hawaiian shirt, and he was like. Oh yeah, like I remember when I was in Hawaii wearing this shirt and I was so happy. He's like, why don't you wear that shirt every day and change your mindset to be in Hawaii all the time. So it's your mindset that changes all that. That's what I would say.
I'll let you do it.
All right, so
I like that.
Watch.
I like that.
yeah.
Watch.
All right, we're going back to Miguel.
All right,
to,
so this is the quote that Miguel wanted
Pulled up for us?
to explain to you guys. Okay, so this is what Steve Jobs said. Okay,
Listen to this, bro.
the first $1 trillion company. We're here.
Oh.
I've reached the peak of success in the business world. In the eyes of others, my life has been the symbol of success. However, apart from the job, I have a little joy. In the end, the wealth is just a fact to which I'm used to it. At this time, lying on the hospital bed and remembering my whole life, I realized that all the awards and the wealth of which I was so proud have become insignificant in front of the immediate death.
So you wrote this when he was dying?
You
Yeah,
can take the
those
money
are
to
his
the
last
grave.
words.
He died he died pretty young.
And that's
No,
when
no,
I
he did,
realized.
yeah.
That's when I realized money don't mean shit.
At
That's
the
when
end
I
of the day,
realized, bro.
That's
long-term,
true.
Nope.
It don't mean nothing, bro.
That's
It's
true.
only temporary happiness.
Doesn't mean you can be your own successful.
know.
And Miguel, what was something significant that happened to you in 2019?
Alright, so this guy, guys, I'm taking a big weight off my shoulders. Ever since I was 6 years old, my parents had sent me to Mexico. So just like Chino, I've seen crazy stuff before. You know, my parents are really poor from Mexico, so I'm really gifted that I'm here. My grandparents lived like in a wood house, you know. If you want like hot water, you gotta heat it up. There's no showers, you know. You pour it. So I've seen a lot of stuff go on.
Do they be washing the ropa with
Yeah,
the
like-
thing?
That's just so much work.
So,
That's how my family be washing their clothes.
No.
They literally are like scrubbing it.
Yep, and they hang it.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
yep.
how
And we're over
Yeah.
here forgetting to do our laundry.
See, look at it. We're
Time business days.
I've seen a lot of stuff growing up, you know, a lot of cartel stuff. I'm really gifted out here. I'm no danger zone, no nothing. You know? So, no danger zone, no nothing. No,
Michoacan.
yeah, so I'm really blessed that I'm here. My dad got here when he was 17, really young. Ever since, he's worked 2 jobs, you know, and I'm really gifted to have the parents that I have. They're really good people, really nice people. I have this memory in my head when I was 15. My dad got sick, so we lost the house that we had since I was 5 years old. I remember being so pissed, you know. We lost the house. I was 15, and I was like, man, where are we gonna live, you know? The time my dad gets sick, we don't have money to pay the rent. Nobody was helping us, you know. So I was so pissed at the world, and I was like, man, how am I gonna give them back, you know, something.
You turn out good for that.
So at that age, I was like, man, my one goal in life for now is I might go to school, but I'm gonna work really hard, get them a house, you know. So now, now I'm 24. I worked really, really hard, and like either Wednesday or Thursday, I get to sign for a house for them.
Yay!
You know, so
That's what's up.
so, I get to have the keys, you know. The house is not for me; it's for them, you know.
So hold on. So like you bought a house for your entire family.
Yeah.
Oh,
So my
nice.
sister and my mom, you know.
I like that.
It's not Teddy Bear, huh? Teddy Bear.
Yeah, so I mean,
Wow.
I still live with my parents, you know, but I work really hard, and mostly I think a lot about them. You know, I try to be as good as I can, just because I'm really gifted. Like I said, my dad's really nice. He's not machismo or nothing, you know. He's taught
They
me.
deserve the best.
He's taught me how to be like a man, you know. It's like if you gotta take care of your girl, you know, because she's not related to you, so she's doing something for you. She doesn't have to do it. She's doing it because she wants to. So he taught me how to like treat girls right and everything, you know. So I was like, man, I have to give him something back. So I worked really hard, and now I got him a house, you know. So
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, bro. That's a good one, bro. I like that one, bro. That's
24.
He's 24.
Yeah, 24.
24.
That's nice.
Got his parents a house.
So
So what's something significant that happened to you in 2019?
Honestly, like I hit a really big milestone in my business, and I'm forever grateful because at the age of 22, I never thought like I'll be able to achieve something like that. This is my second company now, and I was able to grow it. The milestone is that I was able to hit a 6-figure company in less than 6 months. So in less than 6 months, and that was in the first company I did it. It took me like a year. It took me like a year. But